We came so far from dreams. The path was hard for me. They thought we fall, you see. Well, look at us now, look at us now. We make it hot when we on the scene. Yeah, that's 1,000 degrees. I got a grind for me and my team. Yeah, you know we gon' eat. You see the crowds when we come around. You know that I roll with some kings. We sit it down, I don't hear a sound, but I ask you who better than we. Tell me who better than we. We soaring to places you never could reach. When we walk in that spot, don't hear none of you speak. Shh, do you want peace or the peace? A king about to put you to sleep. Listen, my team is elite. You not even qualified to compete. He starving, he barely can eat. I guess that's why he always itching for beef. So I put him on ice and I told him to chill. Close your mouth if you can't pay for the meal. Making statements that you know you don't mean. Nice guy trying to act like he mean. Keep it a buck, keep it a bean. Attitudes will put you dudes in the beam. Isekai, he don't live in reality. Shake back, all become a fatality. Yeah, how you gon' hate when you mirror us? He think he a star, he ain't serious. X him out, we not on the same frequency. If you broke, you ain't hearing us. Work the screw, anime, that's how I feel, period. We winning, that's making them furious. We make it high when we on the scene, yeah, that's 1,000 degrees. I got a grind for me and my team, yeah, you know we gon' eat. You see the crowds when we come around, you know that I roll with some kings. We sit it down, I don't hear a sound, but I ask you who better than we.
Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, and I'm back. And I'm finally back with that of What If Izuku Was the Reincarnation of Noctis. This is part 17, and yes, I'm finally back with this somewhat fan favorite series. Sorry that it took literally 2 years after all. I am truly sorry, guys. I really mean it. But the hiatus and my writer's block for this series was really struggling, and I needed to take a break from it. Luckily, I've started getting back into the swing of things. So, since it's been a long-ass time, let's go with that of a quick recap, actually. With that of the finals of the UA Sports Festival, with Izuku getting chewed out by that recovery girl, and basically telling him to stop using his royal arms, given that they damage him. But they're literally his most powerful weapons, so he has to basically use them. If he doesn't, then what's the point? As the sports festival continues on, with Kirishima facing against Tokoyami, and if it being that of a quite one-sided but also surprisingly interesting match, with Kirishima defeating that of the Chuny Bird Ravenette. And the finals of the sports festival being between that of Izuku and Kirishima, with the match between these two giving it their all, showing on the blow for bow, an unstoppable force faces against an unmovable object, as these two friends are giving it their all to showing how strong both of them are by not holding anything back, no matter how much it basically puts a strain on them, which soon leading to that of Izuku winning the sports festival, defeating Kirishima, and also leading to that of him being more and more recognized in UA. However, with now finding out that Shinso is also Arden's reincarnation, and also going back home, finding out that the Ring of the Lucii is also in this world too. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Since that of Class 1A has at least that of 2 days off, given that the second years and the third years have time off, our sports festivals are going on around those 2 days, this gives that of Izuku some time to relax. Normally, you would think that this is a good time for him to spend time with Ochako, of course. However, turns out Ochako is spending time with that of her parents, after all, since she's not really, native to that of Masafu, and her parents gave her own apartment, since they basically worked on it, being one of their few last jobs, after all. She didn't want to miss this opportunity to basically spend time with her family and parents, after all, given how much they've done for her. And given that she's Luna's reincarnation, it only makes sense that she would value family even more in her second life. So because of that, Izuku didn't want to ruin their chance of spending time, having that family time. However, Izuku, on the other hand, didn't want to just spend time either training or just laying around being lazy. He gets enough of that when he sleeps, after all. But he was feeling a little bit nostalgic of his old life, and that being camping, and deciding to see if Kirishima, Kaminari, and Shoto wanted to at least go camping for at least a day. With hearing this, Kirishima was actually on board with that, wanting to basically wanted to try out camping at least once as a kid, to be honest, but never got a chance to. Kaminari, a little bit reluctant because he's a city kid, just like that of everybody else, but don't want to feel like a Debbie Downer, and wanted to try something new for at least a little while. As for Shoto, at first he didn't want to do it either, wanting to spend more time with his mother, of course, so it only makes sense. But she convinced him to basically go and spend time with his friends, since they're just as much as important as she is, and not to lose the respect and relationship that he's built all these years after all. With all that, they have now prepared for camping. However, they do need to basically, gain out of camping supplies, because of course, this is the first time that they gone camping and none of them have camping equipment. So later on, they head to that of a shopping district, or around that of a mall, actually, to see if they can find any place that sells out of good camping equipment. At first, it wasn't that easy because, Izuku, Kirishima, and Kaminari don't really have much on that of money on them right now, especially given their financial situation. However, surprisingly, the one that comes in clutch with that is actually, not too surprising, is Shoto. The reason being, he has that of a personal made credit card for that of emergencies, just in case he needs anything or if he's stranded somewhere. He can use this to basically get food, groceries, other stuff however, this is the first time he's actually used it, given that back in the day, he used to despise Endeavor or didn't want to use anything from him. That even symbolized his money as well. But now, since he's basically spent time with that of Izuku, Kirishima, and Kaminari, he still hates Endeavor. That will never change. But he's at least coming to basically use whatever he has to dispose after all. That means Endeavor's money. So they basically bought everything that they needed for the one-night camping trip. Within arriving at that location with all the camping gear and everything. However, they had to take the bus because, of course, none of them can drive. Sure, Shoto is 16 and the eldest out of everyone right now. But even so, he still doesn't have his learner's permit or a license at all. So of course they had to take the bus there, with all of their camping gear intact as well. But now they arrive at that of an outskirts forest, that Izuku knows all too well. Within, he couldn't help but sniff the air, saying, this is gonna be fun. With then, Kaminari saying, you really sure about this, man? I mean, I got nothing wrong with us just hanging out, but seriously, here in the woods? With then, soon, Kirishima saying, come on, man, where's your sense of adventure? Besides, like that of Midori Bro says, it's only for one night. With then, Shoto saying, still, what does this come up though? But then, Izuku began thinking on why he basically wanted to go camping with him. Remember that he originally wanted to spend time with Ochako, but he realized he couldn't, but didn't want to feel lazy with him, saying, just because I felt like it. Nothing more, nothing less. So, you guys ready? Within all of them couldn't help but smile, even Shoto giving off a little smirk. Within them heading out into that of the woods. Within soon, going through that of the trail for a bit, walking through everything. with even Kaminari feeling like he's about to slip a few times and almost dispersed his electricity that nearly short-circuited his brain. But even so, he was made sure that he didn't disperse his electricity or do anything that basically caused him to eat up, dead weight. Within arriving at that of their camping spot, which is basically a wide open area. However, what stands out the most is that of a large tree with a huge hole opening. Within seeing this, Hiroshima saying, "Dude, this place is so manly and awesome. Come on, Izuku, where the heck did you find this place?" But then Izuku couldn't help but scratch the back of his head saying, "Oh, I used to hang around this place a lot back in the day when I was a kid. Sure, a few times I hanged around here alone or just basically stumble around. But I used to basically hang out with, Bakugo here back in the day." Within hearing that, Connor saying, "Dude, you were friends with Bakugo? I mean, you say you were, but it's still hard to believe." Within, Izuku basically having his hands in his pocket, before then looking up saying, "It was a long time ago, back when we were kids. I used to look up to him back then, always admired him, always thought he was strong and possibly going to be the greatest hero of all time. But over time, he began to despise me, look down on me, hated me. All back then when I didn't awaken my quirk or gain my powers. He always believed that somebody without a quirk, without power, without strength will never be a hero. And I should just give up and stop getting in his way after all. But to be honest, it's that very reason that basically led to me to stop seeing him as my friend. I got no hatred towards him, and he's just more of an annoyance now. But other than that, he does his own thing, and I do mine. So, nothing more, nothing less." Within, Shota saying, "It's reasons like that you are stronger than any of us, Midoriya." Within, hearing that, looking at that of the dual-haired color and heterochromatic boy. Within, Kirishima saying, "Yeah, Shoto's right. You are definitely so much stronger than any of us. You were able..." Honestly, Bakugo is a little rough around the edges, and he can be a bit of a pain in the ass. But I can see what you mean about looking up to him. The guy has a strong determination, strong will, a never give up attitude, and I like that too. But given all the crap he's done to you, I can totally understand that it would be hard to forgive him. But seeing that you're able to, you truly are a man's man. A real man would forgive and move on. You're truly awesome, Mido bro. Within hearing that, Izuku saying, "Man, you guys really give me too much credit, that." Within, soon Kaminari saying, "Still, to think that you found an awesome camping spot like this, and normally you're always Mr. Sleep In a lot, even during class." Within, Izuku saying, "Hey, I can work. You guys know it." Within, Shota saying, "Yeah, when you're motivated." Within, Izuku getting more annoyed saying, Okay, how about we stop basically mess with the guy that's trying to have a good time with his best friends and start unpacking and start having some fun around here. There's a pretty decent lake out, so even though we did bring some food, how about we do some fishing? I'm really looking forward to that, though." Within, seeing the look on Izuku's face, as he couldn't help but think about the things he might catch after all. With then soon, as everybody began to set up everything, as they brought that of several foldable chairs, a massive tent, some campfire equipment, alongside sleeping bags, and even some, certain repellents to keep out wild animals just in case. Turns out there are a few people that do like to train in the woods when it comes to working with their quirk after all. And people did make that of certain materials that can basically ward away wild animals due to either using chemicals tied to a person's quirk or others, or mixing certain chemicals due to people's quirks as well. But who could say? It's still convenient even to this day. With Izuku getting that of a fishing pole and already heading to that of a nearby river, where he can already see that of tons of fish already flowing through that of the water. Within thinking, oh man, this is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait on what I catch. With then, as Izuku basically puts some bait on the line and tosses the line into that of the river bay, with then just waiting on when he's about to get. As Izuku's trying to get some fish, all that's left is Kirishima, Kaminari, and Shoto. With then, Kirishima can help but say, it looks like Midoriya really is enjoying himself. And honestly, this is pretty much fun, too. With then, Kaminari saying, I was a little bit on the fence about doing this too, but seeing on how much fun this is hanging out with you guys, maybe it isn't too half bad. Gotta say. What about you, Shoto? As that of the spiky blonde net looking at that of Shoto. Within Shoto looking at his phone. Within Kirishima saying, seriously, Shoto? We're camping here. Get off your phone, man. Within Shoto saying, oh, right, sorry. Just not used to this, actually. I was messaging my mom, that's all. Within, hearing that, Kirishima saying, so, she saying, after the end of the sports festival, I made sure to go straight to that of the hospital, actually. I told her everything about you guys. Actually, she would say that she would really want to meet you guys, actually. Within hearing that, Kaminari can up and say, aw, man, that would be honored, man. But as Kaminari basically, runs down that butt, within Kirishima finishing saying, isn't it, not allowed to have that of people who aren't family come to that of a mental hospital ward after all? Within saying, normally, yeah. But as long as you're with me, it should be fine. But even she really wants to meet you guys, especially Izuku. Within hearing that, Shoto couldn't help but look up saying, he's the one that basically brought us together. He's the one that got me out of my funk when I was so determined to basically deny everything that my father has done. To basically refuse to use my left side. The side I refuse to use because I refuse to associate it with him at all. But now I'm giving it my all. Now I have one for all. Now I have real friends. And now I am achieving my dream of being a hero. So, to be honest, I want her to meet him. I want her to meet the person who I see as my best friend now. And I don't want to lose, and think it's only right that all of you be there as well. But then hearing that, Kaminari and Kirishima couldn't help but smile, saying, we're here for you, man. With that, Shoto couldn't help but smile, genuinely, saying, thanks, guys. After a few hours later, they soon prepare for lunch, and let's just say, it's a good thing they brought some, already prepared meals for them, because the things that they tried to prepare for themselves did not work out so well. I mean, given that Izuku did have some cooking experience, especially with Noctis being able to at least understand a bit of Ignis's cooking after all. But other than that, they couldn't understand everything. Good thing when it comes to fishing, he's able to at least know how to prepare that of proper fish and debone them from time to time, and able to debone them to, cook them up. Other than that, let's just say these guys do not know how to cook properly without being taught. But even with that mishap, it was still a pretty good fun time and experience, as they're basically talking over that at the campfire. With then, soon, Kirishima saying, man, you don't see clear skies like this out in that of the city where I'm from. But then Kaminari saying, ditto on that. Same. You don't, honestly, it's kind of beautiful seeing a starry night sky like this. But then Shoto saying, yeah, I'm used to seeing that of the lights and signs of that of Masafu, but here, it feels pretty cool, actually. Once again, thank you for suggesting this, Izuku. Then Izuku be eating off another piece of his fish before then saying, glad you guys like this. Still, appreciate you guys actually coming out camping with me. It really means a lot that we can just spend time together like this. Well, then, Kaminari saying, still, I won't lie, it wasn't really out of the blue that you just suggested that we go camping, like right after the sports festival and us basically scrambling for camping supplies and stuff. Within, Kirishima saying, oh yeah, I still gotta bring that up. Seriously, you are a lifesaver, Shoto. Especially with that credit card saying, hey, gotta say, my dad may be a bastard, but I will say this. I will not be afraid to basically use his money. Within, Kaminari saying, amen to that. The number one pro may be a bastard of a father, but hell, he is one useful millionaire. And all of them could help but laugh and giggle to themselves. Within, soon, Kaminari saying, alright then, before we basically call this a night or we try to relax a little more, how about this? We play a game. Within, soon hearing this, with soon Kirishima alongside that of Izuku and Shoto were on edge. Within, Kaminari basically spoken up with a big grin on his face saying, how about we ask the biggest question, which girls do we like? Within, hearing that, all of them couldn't help but basically slump to that of shock and surprise and also disappointment. Within, soon, Kirishima saying, seriously, dude? Within, Izuku saying, I thought we were going to do some scary stories. Are you really serious about this? Within saying, come on, guys. And Izuku, you're excused from this. So it's only that of Ijiro and Shoto and myself. So you got to stay out of this since you already have a girlfriend. Within, Izuku saying, all right, I was going to stay out of this anyway, because you guys already know I'm dating Ochako. As he basically crosses his arms, within saying, so, you guys going to do this? But then Kirishima can help but that of a sharp-toothed smile saying, well, since Kaminari's the one that brought this up, he can basically brings up his crush first. Within, Kaminari saying, what? Seriously? That is so not fair. Within, Shoto saying, fine, if that's the case, then I'll do it myself. Within, Kirishima saying, seriously, Shoto, this isn't how it works. Saying, why not? It just makes things easier. Then after when I'm done, then Kaminari can basically explain. Within, soon, Kaminari can help but look completely and utterly shocked, saying, are you serious, man? Within, Shoto having that of a deadpan look. Within, Kaminari realizing, yep, stupid question. Go ahead. With that, Shoto explained, saying, I don't really have romantic feelings for anybody, but if I was interested in a girl, I think it might be Yaoyorozu or maybe Asui, actually. Within, hearing that, everybody's completely shocked. Within, soon, Izuku saying, I think you and Yaoyorozu might make a cute couple, but Sue? Really? But then soon, Shoto saying, just saying. Like I said, I don't really have any romantic feelings for any of them. They're interesting, but other than that, that's it. With then saying, so, alright, you're up, Denki. Karne can up across his arm saying, alright, I'll go. How about, alright, you guys should know that I am into... Within, Kirishima saying, you're into Jiro, actually, given how much he basically messes with you, saying, dude, there is no way I'm interested in Jiro, of all people. Girl really knows on how to basically mess with me like hell. Within, soon, Izuku saying, see nothing wrong with it. I think basically her basically making fun of how stupid you are from time to time is kind of funny and somewhat adorable too. But then Kaminari saying, oh, you're such assholes. If you must know, the girl I'm interested in is Hatsune. Within, all of them completely and utterly shocked. Before then, Izuku saying, okay, I could see that. Within, Kirishima saying, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Within, Shoto saying, you guys didn't know? Within, Kaminari saying, what? You guys already knew? Within, Izuku saying, dude, I'm in the support course alongside her, being not just part of the hero course after all. I see when you come to that of the support studios to check me out, you're always when you're around that of Hatsune, you do act a little bit more, well, giddyish after all. Within, suit Kaminari saying, well, can you blame me? I mean, she's pretty hot, don't you think? Within, Izuku basically deadpanning, then saying, okay, right, you have a girlfriend, so you can't say anything about other women. With then soon Shoto saying, she's cool. A little weird, but cool. With then Kirishima saying, I mean, she's alright. Just like Shoto said, she's weird, but she's got a pretty strong determination and never give up attitude. Gotta like that about somebody. But you really have a crush on her? Saying, just saying, that's all. That's all wrong to like a girl who was kind of hot, a little bit dorky, quirky as well, and then Izuku saying, doesn't she call you that of Sparkplug and forget your name? Within, hearing that, Kaminari can help but basically sunk to the ground saying, don't remind me. With that, all of them couldn't help but laugh a little bit at, well, Kaminari's suffering. But then Ijiro saying, all right, let's have enough of Denki suffering. And I'll go next. It's obvious, if you guys want to know the person I like, it's within. All of them say Mina, Ashido, within Soon saying, that easily? Within Soon, Kaminari saying, dude, you guys went to the same middle school, right? It only makes sense that you would have a crush on her. Within, Izuku saying, you also told me that she's the kind of hero that you also admire as well. So it only makes sense that you would like her, especially given that she came to you during that of the infirmary at the end of the sports festival yesterday. But then Kirishima began to get whole red that almost close to that of his own dyed hair. But then Shoto saying, why don't you ask her out? I think she might like it. So saying, I wouldn't mind. It's just within. He says out loud saying, unlike that of Izuku and Uraraka, who's able to find a good balance between their relationship, I don't know if I'm able to do so. I mean, look at us. We're basically teenagers. It's our first year at UA. Should we really be starting to think about girls or dating when we're basically working as pros? Remember what Mr. Aizawa said. We got 3 years of basically preparing to become heroes. Do we really have time for stuff like that? Within saying all that, all of them couldn't help but think Kirishima's right. Do they really have time to be in a relationship? Before Izuku saying, yes you do. Within, looking at that of the black-haired, green-eyed young man saying, life is short. If you don't take your time, if you don't basically rush in or basically do things now, you'll regret it. If you don't tell them or tell the people that you care about the most how you feel, you'll never get a chance to tell them ever again. And especially in our line of work as pros, as much as the media doesn't like to glorify it, pros do die. Maybe not the strongest or the best pros, or even those who basically are safe. But our duty is to protect those who can't protect themselves, to save lives, even at the cost of our own lives. If we don't basically tell those who we cherish, those who we care about, and those who we love the most, how we feel about them now, we're always going to regret it, because something bad may happen to them or to us. So, if you guys want to go and tell the people you care about the most how you feel, then go for it. Especially you two, Ijiro, Denki. With then hearing that, the two couldn't help but look at each other before looking at Izuku, with Kaminari saying, "Thanks, dude. Those words mean a lot, man." But then Kirishima saying, "Yeah, man. You're awesome, bro. Truly manly words to live by." With then Shoto saying, "Like I said, I don't know if I have feelings for any of them or not, so I think I'll just wait it out a bit." Cool. So, now that we're done with that little game, how about we try and do something else instead? But then, soon, Kirishima saying, "Time for scary stories!" With then, Kaminari saying, all right, let's do this. But you go first, Ijiro, saying, "You got it, and I got a good one for you guys." After that, they began telling spooky stories before heading off to bed. With then, soon, finishing off that of the night, before messaging that of their parents that their camping trip is over, and they begin heading out, with each of them leading out of the forest. Before then, they began to think maybe they should try doing something like this again in the coming of months when they got some free time. Hopefully they'll be able to, as they all go their separate ways and heading back home, with Kirishima being the one keeping that of the special made tent that they had for the camping trip after all. With then arriving back home, with saying hi to his mom, with even messaging that of Ochako that his camping trip is over, with her even saying that her parents will be leaving town in the evening and the two of them can spend time together if she feels like it. But then Izuku couldn't help but get excited about that. However, he also began to remember something else about that of the Ring of the Lucii, as he was about to message her about it, but deciding to leave it be for now and prefer to tell her in person. She deserves to know that at least then just over the phone. But then putting that of his phone to the side before looking up, thinking, the Ring of the Lucii. In this world too, I wonder, is my life needed once again for this world? Or am I truly free to live in this world as I see fit? Who could say? But either way, I'm going to live my life, the life I wish for myself, and that is to be a hero, and with my friends and her as well. No one's taking away from me that, and I know it. But now, Izuku determined to basically still be a hero, even if the gods, if he has to rebel against the very gods themselves, he'll still be a hero no matter what. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. So, how did you guys like this part? Sorry that this wasn't a action-packed or basically fighting. Like I said, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. So, basically making that like this of a more feel-good and relaxing chapter. And bringing back like the good old days of 15 with Noctis, Procto, Gladio, and Ignis basically camping out and spending time together after all. After a long days of killing monsters, going on the run, and basically exploring shit in that of the game after all. So yeah. But with that, this series is no longer on hiatus, and it's back in business. But scheduling for this What If may still be slow, so don't expect too much. At any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep to date my videos uploaded to the channel. Also, please check out my Discord, my gaming channel, my side channel, my other channel, my Patreon, and my Cash App. All linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out. Later, guys. Hope you all take care. You know what to do, my Shiro.
Hi, everyone. This is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!